Hello, everyone. Host JJ Raya here. And on today's video, I'm going to be talking about is it the Dallas Cowboys year? Now every single season, I feel that the topic is it the Dallas Cowboys year? Now, it being the year can be many different things. It could be, getting to the playoffs, 13 wins, getting to the Super Bowl. But to me, it being their year means will they get to the Super Bowl? And my answer to that question is it's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. The roster that they have, the additions that they made this offseason, I really like this Cowboys team. But I feel like the Cowboys are always a team that has a very well-rounded roster. They just cannot get the job done when it comes to playoffs. Whether if it's coaching, quarterback play, or just you know bad just bad play. Um, recently the talk has been that it is Dak and that he can't get a playoff win, which it's proven that he really can't get a playoff win besides um the wild card win against Tom Brady. I think that's his only win. But anyways, like I said, the additions that they made this offseason, adding Brandon Cooks, adding Stephon Gilmore, and even drafting defensive tackle Monty Smith out of Michigan. I feel like that draft pick was a very we didn't expect this pick, but I feel like it really fit what they want to do, what they want to try to do, and who they want to become as a defensive unit. Especially when you have to go up against the Philadelphia Eagles and 49ers, who you expect to see, you're seeing them through the regular season, but you expect to also see them when it comes to playoffs time. Um, and when you have a run stopper like Mozzie Smith, I feel like that definitely helps their cases out a lot when it comes to winning those games. Now, every single new season, I feel like the talks are, can this be Dak Prescott's last year as the Dallas Cowboy? He signed through 2024, and the free agent quarterbacks next year. There's not really any valid quarterbacks that can really take his spot. The only two names that you could want to take his spot would be Kirk Cousins and Ryan Tannehill. But I feel like those are two guys that you know are obviously under the skill level of Dak Prescott. But I feel like neither of those guys will get you to where you want to go. So I feel like they would just have to stick out Dak um through that 2024 season, and just see where he gets you. Um Now maybe they turn away from Mike McCarthy, which I do expect them to do, especially if they have another wild card exit. I 100% believe that they should turn away from Mike McCarthy. But what does a failed season look like for the Dallas Cowboys? And to me, I feel like it's not getting to the NFC Championship. When you have a roster that's that good, you got to the divisional round last season. You played the 49ers and you were bounced by the 49ers for the second time in a row. Um, Now, it's going to be the third season. You expect to make the playoffs. You expect to get a wild card win. But do you expect to win a divisional round game? And I feel like the expectations should completely be a yes, because, like I said, it's your third time getting there. It's no way that you should lose again in the second round. And like I said, a failed season to me is not getting to the NFC Championship. Um, and honestly, it could be for some people. It could be not getting to the Super Bowl because of how sweet the NFC is and how well rounded this Cowboys team is. The threats in the NFC are really the 49ers and the Eagles. And you can also say sneaky Seahawks, I guess, if you get another um legendary Geno Smith season. But if Geno Smith goes back to Geno Smith, the Seahawks are just the boo boo Seahawks. Um, but with the Cowboys, Eagles, and the 49ers being the Super Bowl contenders out of the NFC, I feel like these Cowboys definitely need to make their mark and they have to get to the NFC Championship. If they don't get to the NFC Championship, they need to let go of Mike McCarthy. They need to see if they can, you know, trade for a top quarterback or, they just decide to stay with Dak. And you just need to, figure out, what you guys have to do as an organization to get to the NFC Championship to get back to the Super Bowl. Um, Now, how much better can they get? They were 12-5 last year, and in my opinion, I see them going 12-5 again. But I can also see them going 13-4. The five losses that I gave them were to the 49ers, to the Chargers, to the Eagles, to the Bills, and to the Seahawks. Now I feel like they could get back against the 49ers, and I feel like they could also beat the Seahawks. But I feel like that Seahawk game is just one of those because it's late in the season. I feel like it's one of those games where you really need this win, but you're just not gonna get it. I feel like the Seahawks are just gonna come on. I can't. I honestly shouldn't really make a prediction about that game because that game is really like in week 15, week 16. But I just feel like those are like one of those trap games where as an NFL team, you really need this game, but you're just not gonna get the job done. But like I said, I can't see them going 13-4. Last year I called that and I said that the Vikings will go 13-4. I was right about that. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna say that the Cowboys are gonna go 12-5 once again. Which it's a very fine regular season record. You may find yourself at the top of your division depending on what the Eagles do. Um, I have the Eagles going 12-5, but you know they have a really tough stretch at one point. I get into that when I get to my Eagles video, but yeah, you know, can the Cowboys compete with the Eagles to become division winners? And I feel like the answer is yes. Like I said, I love the way that this Dallas Cowboys team is built. I love the additions that they made with Brandon Cooks. I feel like that's only gonna make CeeDee Lamb better. CeeDee Lamb had a career year last year, and I feel like he's gonna do nothing but make those make those numbers even better and have another career year. Um, Now, with them moving on from Kellen Moore, their offensive coordinator, I feel like Mike McCarthy is really gonna lean on Dak to get the job done. We seen an interview with CD saying that the offense is completely in Dak's hands. When he sees something, when he needs to make a change, he's gonna make the change. Um, you know, like CD said, the offense is completely in Dak's hand, and I feel like Dak can really, can really, you know, he's gonna have to throw the ball 35 to 40 times. That I think they're gonna have him. They're gonna ask him to throw the ball 35 to 40 times, and the talks about that are going to be, well, he led the league in interceptions and didn't even play a full season. But I feel like Dak is, no matter what the interception numbers are, he's going to, continue to throw the ball with confidence. You know, the question may be, will Dak play kind of cautious because of what the media says about his interceptions? And I don't think he will. I really don't think it should be in his mind because Dak knows the type of player that he is. He came into his rookie year and he led his team to the playoffs. So once Dak finds his confidence, I feel like okay, those interceptions may come, but as long as he doesn't let the media, define who he is as a quarterback, he's going to be just fine. And he's going to lead his team to where they need to go. He's going to be just fine. Now, the question is, if they get to the NFC Championship and they lose, where do you rank that season as a Dallas Cowboys. You're a game away from the Super Bowl. How disappointed will your fans be? We know how the Cowboys are, how the Cowboys fans are. How would you rank that season? Um, and honestly, I feel like you have to rank that season as a success. Always always for a team going into the season, the goal is to get to the Super Bowl, to win a Super Bowl. But those things, only one team can do that. And I feel like as a Cowboys organization, you just want to see growth. You don't want to have the same ending every single year. So, if you're able to go one step further and get to the NFC Championship this year, even if you lose, you made growth. Um, yeah, it's a heartbreaking way to end your season, but you just have to look back and just realize that we made a growth, we took a step forward, we got around further, and um, like I said, you just got to make those little changes the next offseason to put to put yourself into the Super Bowl next season. So that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below what your guys' thoughts are on the Dallas Cowboys going into the season, and if you guys think that they pose a threat to the Philadelphia Eagles to become division winners. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. That's gonna do it.